Are you prepared for a food crisis? If the answer is no or you're not sure, then this video is for you. Welcome to the world of survival simplified. Today we'll explore the cornerstone of preparedness, food storage organization. Imagine a scenario where you have to rely solely on your stored food. In such a situation, organization isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Why, you ask? Consider this. A well-organized food storage system can mean the difference between chaos and calm during a crisis. It can help you quickly figure out what you have, how much of it you have, and what you're running low on. It's like having a roadmap to your supplies, one that can save you time, energy, and stress when you need it the most. Now let's talk about a prepper pantry. It's not just your everyday pantry. A prepper pantry is a strategic reserve, a safety net of sorts, designed to sustain you and your loved ones in times of need. And it's not just about stockpiling, it's about smart stockpiling. It's about knowing what to store, how much to store, and how to store it effectively. And if you're thinking that prepping is an expensive endeavor, think again. Budget prepping is not just possible, it's practical. With a bit of planning and a dose of discipline, you can build a robust food storage system without breaking the bank. So whether you're a seasoned prepper looking to optimize your food storage or a beginner starting your journey into the world of preparedness, this video is for you. We're going to delve into the nitty-gritty of food storage organization. We'll talk about the importance of a checklist, understanding what you have, identifying what you're short on, and how to replenish those items effectively. So, before we dive into the process of organizing your food storage, consider subscribing to our channel, Prepping for Tomorrow, as we guide you through this survival journey. The first step towards a well-organized pantry begins with a simple tool, a checklist. This isn't just any list though, it's your survival manual, your inventory of sustenance. It's the master key to your pantry's organization, a detailed inventory of everything you have stored. So why is a checklist so essential? Imagine trying to remember every single item in your pantry, including the quantity and expiration date. That's a monumental task, right? A checklist simplifies this process, giving you a clear snapshot of your food supply at a glance. It helps in avoiding duplication or overstocking of certain items, while ensuring you're never short on others. Creating your checklist might seem daunting at first, but it's quite straightforward. Categorize your items: canned goods, dry foods, frozen items, and so on. Under each category, list out the specific items, their quantity, and their expiration dates. This is not a one-time exercise, but an ongoing process. As you add items to your pantry, add them to your list. As you consume them, check them off. Now, where should this checklist live? Ideally, it should be kept in the same area as your food storage. If you have multiple storage areas like a pantry, a freezer, and a dry goods area, maintain a separate checklist for each. This way, you'll always know what's in each storage area without having to rummage around. Using your checklist effectively is the final piece of this puzzle. Regularly review and update the list. This not only keeps your inventory current, but also helps you identify any gaps in your food storage. Are you running low on canned vegetables? Is your dry pasta supply dwindling? Your checklist will tell you. Remember, a checklist is your first line of defense against food shortages. It's your inventory and your guide. With it, you're not just storing food, you're strategizing for survival. You're ensuring that in times of crisis, your pantry won't let you down. Because in the world of prepping, knowledge is not just power, it's survival. The key to survival is knowing what you have. It's not just about storing food, but understanding your stock. In the realm of preparedness, knowledge is power. It's not enough to simply have a stash of food, you need to know what's in that stash, how much of it there is, and when it needs replenishing. This is where the art of organization comes into play. Imagine your pantry as a library. Each food item is a book. And like any good librarian, you need to know where each book is, what it's about, and when it's due back. It's the same with your food storage. Each item needs to be categorized, tracked, and maintained. Categorization is the first step. Organize your items based on type: grains, proteins, fruits, vegetables, and so on. This gives you an overview of your nutritional range. You'll know at a glance if you have enough carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins stored away. Next, track the quantity of each item. This isn't just about knowing how much you have, but also about understanding how long it will last. If you have a family of 4, a single bag of rice might not get you as far as you think. Maintenance is the final step. This involves regularly checking your stock and noting when items are low and need replenishing. It's also about monitoring expiry dates to ensure your stock is always fresh and safe to consume. This system of organization isn't just about being meticulous. It's about being practical, strategic, and above all else, prepared. Knowing what you have and where it is can save you precious time in a crisis situation. But beyond that, it gives you a sense of control. In a world where so much is uncertain, knowing what's in your pantry can be incredibly reassuring. You're not just passively waiting for disaster to strike, you're actively preparing for it. And that's the beauty of it. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just a prepper, you're a planner. And in the face of adversity, planners always come out on top. Knowing your stock gives you a sense of control and preparation. It's not just about surviving, but thriving. In the face of a crisis, knowing what you're short on is just as important as knowing what you have. It's a simple truth, but one that's all too easy to overlook when we're focused on stockpiling and organizing our supplies. Think of your pantry as a living entity. It's not static, it's in a constant state of flux. Foods are consumed, supplies dwindle, and what was once a well-stocked pantry can quickly become a shadow of its former self. That's why it's crucial to keep a keen eye on your inventory and take note of the areas where you're falling short. Identifying these shortcomings isn't about dwelling on the negative. It's about staying one step ahead of potential problems. Maybe you're running low on canned vegetables, or perhaps your stash of dried beans is dwindling. These are gaps that need to be filled, and the sooner you spot them, the sooner you can take action. But how do you go about replenishing your supplies without breaking the bank? Well, it all comes down to smart shopping. Keep an eye out for sales and bulk buying opportunities. Non-perishable foods often go on sale, and buying in bulk can significantly reduce the cost per unit. Also, consider diversifying your food sources. Farmers markets, for instance, can be a goldmine of fresh, locally sourced produce, often at lower prices than you'd find in a supermarket. And let's not forget about foraging. With a little knowledge and a keen eye, you can supplement your food stores with nutritious, wild-grown fare. Another budget-friendly tip is to focus on versatile foods. Grains like rice and quinoa, for example, can be used in a multitude of dishes, stretching your dollar farther. Finally, remember to rotate your stock. Use the oldest items first, and replace them with new purchases. This way, you'll not only ensure that nothing goes to waste, but you'll also keep your pantry fresh and ready for whatever comes. Being aware of your shortcomings allows you to prepare accordingly, ensuring you're never caught off guard. Because when it comes to survival, foreknowledge truly is power. Let's recap what we've covered, and remember, preparation is the key to survival. We've journeyed through the world of food storage organization, a crucial part of prepping for survival. This isn't just about having a stockpile of food. It's about being organized, being aware, and being ready for whatever comes our way. We began by understanding the importance of a checklist. It's a simple tool, yet it holds great power in its ability to keep us on track and ensure that we have everything we need. It's not just about what goes in, but also what comes out. We keep our checklist handy, marking each addition and each removal. This way, we always know exactly what we have in our pantry, our freezer, and our canned food shelf. We then explored the concept of knowing what we have. This knowledge is crucial for survival. It's not just about having a stockpile of food, but knowing the ins and outs of that stockpile. It's about being aware of what we have, how much we have, and where it's stored. This awareness allows us to be prepared, to plan, and to survive. We also discussed the importance of planning for shortcomings. It's easy to focus on what we have, but equally important is being aware of what we don't. This allows us to replenish our stock in time, to fill in the gaps, and to ensure that we're never caught off guard. We've delved into the world of prepping, explored the importance of food storage organization, and understood the crucial role of a checklist. We've learned the importance of knowing what we have and planning for what we don't. This knowledge, this awareness, and this preparedness is our key to survival. With these steps, you'll be well on your way to having an organized pantry ready for any food crisis. Stay prepared, stay safe, and remember, we're in this journey together.